Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Yes, people have been... Yesterday was like fucking ridiculous. Everyone was like, Kiru chapter! Kiru chapter! Going crazy. Yeah, it came out. This one was called... This was chapter 35. It was called Kill the Demons Part 2. For some reason, the manga here is saying version 2. I don't know what that was about. But anyway, beginning this chapter, we have RABAC. RABAC, he is running away from the two demons, Mez and Sten. Mez is a girl. Is the girl, you know, with the colored skin. And Sten is the guy who looks like, from Dan Master, he said, the Spiral King from Girl God, which is pretty funny. And they are running after him, RABAC, and Mez like extends her arm. I was, what the fuck is that? She almost looked like Luffy. It was a big shocker to me. And she's able to stab him, and I was like, this isn't One Piece. What's going on here? Go no me. She stabs him, and she says, oh, his heart stopped beating, and she says how weak. Then the rest of the chapter after that, we have the spies of the resistance, of the rebellion. They're in this abandoned building, and one of the demons, of the four demons, show up. And it's this girl who's like a ninja kind of, and they attack her. And she's like not getting a hard on, but she's like in like a kind of, you know, sort of like Seiko. You know, she's like, yeah. So she's getting sliced and everything, and she doesn't feel it, and says that's not enough. And she annihilates them. Pretty much fodder. And while she's doing it, she's thinking about General Adise while she's doing it. And after that, we go to General Adise, and Suryu? Yeah, Suryu. I don't know about this, but apparently on the wiki, she's like 20. Early 20s. I was like, okay, she doesn't look it. And she's basically saying how she's worried about stuff, and she doesn't know what to do. She's like, she's antsy about it, and Adise is basically assuring her that, you know, you should once in a while have fun and entertain yourself. Pretty much that's what she's getting at. Then after that, there's not really a lot of... There were the little slices. This was sort of like the One Piece chapter in a way. But the only difference was, unlike the One Piece chapter, we went back to the original beginning. What happened in the beginning, we go back to that at the end. That was the difference, I think, there. And we see Tatsumi also, and Mien, you know, M-E-I-N. And they're just talking. They're in the rocky area. They're in like this valley. And arguing and stuff. And this guy shows up. The Peace something guy. Who's part of this organization. And he's complaining, telling them, oh, you're a really cute couple and stuff. And they get angry at each other. And then after that, we go to Akame. Let me just go back a couple of pages. I just want to see exactly what that guy's name was. Specifically, what organization and stuff. I'm just checking. The Path of Peace. The founder of the Path of Peace. That's what it was. And Tatsumi also, I forgot to mention, he was saying how Bork wasn't here. He was probably in the capital and stuff. So after that, we get into Akame. And this was... I was actually surprised. Okay, Ran, R-A-N, the one with the feathers. I thought that was a girl. It's not. That's a guy. Okay. it's a guy. No! So, pretty much that's what I found out here. And I was surprised about it. So they're fighting. And he kind of looks like a guy. I just always thought he was a girl. That's just me. He's fighting with his feathers against Akame. And he realized, Ryan, that because of the distance between them, the feathers aren't hitting their mark. And Akame goes into this pose and is just dodging these feathers and ricocheting them off her sword. And he's realizing, Ron, that he's descended quite a bit from his initial position, and he realizes that Akame is a really, calm person. He's realizing, expected of a killer, she's calm and cool and collected. And she's, even in a situation like this, she is. And he's trying to figure out what he should do in this situation. And then he decides to leave and says, oh, my role is reconnaissance, so I'm just going to leave. And he's going to go back and tell the captain, General Odise, where Nightblade is. And then we get introduced to another person. Another demon shows up to fight Akame. It's Ibarra. This guy's a fucking sicko. This guy, he's the guy with the big muscular guy with these lines on his shoulder and under his eye. And he approaches her and says, he killed one of the guys. And he says to her, oh, it's time for a spanking and everything. And he drops the head of one of the soldiers. And she gets really pissed off and goes right after him. And this was an intense fight. And he had I guess all the demons have this ability. All of them. All the Rukashai demons have this ability, which is to extend any part of their body. So they're like Luffy. They're like, I'm going no pistol! They're like this. I'm like, Jesus. And he's saying that they go into these intense training, growing up, tasting the broth of the lake kraken that lives in the mountains behind our temple. And he's basically saying that they can control their bodies however they want. I can avoid that numbness blade. I can even do stuff like this. And he looks like, oh man, it looks like fucking Luffy. It's just so crazy. And freaking Akame just owns him. Because he tries to grab her sword at one point, and it burns him. And then she goes on top of his shoulders and grabs the sword again. And I'm like, damn! And she's explaining to him, Murasama, an omnious blade after all, so I don't think you two would be compatible. And he's like, how dare you! And everything. And then she just fucking sliced him to pieces. I mean sliced to pieces. I needed to go details in this. Cut him here, cut his leg off, and yeah, it was the leg, here, cut his abdomen area. He was just into ribbons. And that's probably going to be the I think thumbnail, that one, or just a picture of Akame. And she's like saying, consider yourself lucky, Ibarra. And he's saying, you sure are a dangerous woman. I might just fall for you. And then she kills him and realizes that the Rakasha demons they're strong as expected. In addition to the three, there are as Jaegers are well. And she says, I hope everyone's safe. Then we go back to RABAC. Remember what I said? He thought he was dead. He's not. He's playing dead. I was surprised. He's playing dead. And what ends up happening is one of the female spies shows up. And it's Sten. Sten decides to attack her and kill her, wants to kill her, and grabs her by the throat. And then he realizes RABAC I can't do this. I have to help her. And pretty much what he does is, and he basically explains also, I forgot to mention, RABAC basically had the strings were around his body, underneath his clothes. So that's why he was able to, you know, he didn't get hit. And basically, he contemplates and decides to help out, and he throws his blade at him, and he says, I can't do that after all. I can't just watch a little girl ally of mine die. And then Mans says, oh, you're pretty stupid. You should have just stayed dead. But I've got to fight you seriously, then I'll go all out with everything I've got. That's pretty much what he says. And he goes in, and he's about to use the strings. And this is going to be probably, and he says, and now the strings become fangs. And this is probably going to be the first time we saw RABAC fight. Like, seriously? Seriously fight? So it should be interesting. I mean, everybody was writing this guy off. Oh, he's going to be the next one. He's going to die. But doesn't look like that. It looks like he's going to fight these two demons. And we'll see how he does. But man, Akame. Akame was special. Probably this chapter can be advertised as Akame and RABAC. So the beginning and ending was about RABAC, and the middle was about Akame, with little things happening in between. But this was good. This was a pretty good chapter. I'm probably going to give this a 4 out of 5. Would give it more. 4.5. 4.5. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. I mean, I do want to get googly-eyed for that thing with Akame. But, you know, it's, you know. I don't know if I should use that thumbnail with her cutting him up. But just use a picture of Akame instead. And, yeah, so yeah, this was awesome. Awesome chapter. You know the story. Rate, comment, subscribe. Awesome chapter. I don't know about RABAC. We'll see how he does. I mean, for all intent and purposes, he might die. But we don't know that. Because he fooled these guys once. Yeah, he fooled these guys once already. So you gotta wonder, can he really beat two of these guys at the same time? Yeah, should be interesting. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, it's been Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Devil Survivor. That's all I got left. Is Devil Survivor, and my romantic comedy isn't as I expected. So yeah, those 2 episode reviews, and that's about it. So yeah, for tonight probably. It's been Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Akame. Holy shit. Is she fucking awesome or what? See ya.